Hello all, welcome to my channel Practically Logical. We are here with another one interesting topic and hope you will be enjoying it. I take the prior apology for hurting anybody's sentiments with my actions or words. So keep supporting me and support my show. Thank you. Okay, what comes in your mind first when you hear the term leadership? Now, if you want to define the leadership, it is called as the art of motivating some group of people to achieve a common goal. Now, when I say the art of achieving or art of motivating, now that term motivate matters a lot here. Because a person who can motivate others to accomplish somebody else's goal or to accomplish like everybody's goal altogether is called as a leader. This topic is often misunderstood by most of the people. It's only because of the false examples what they see in their daily life. Now, there are some people who pretend to be the leaders. Now, that is not the actual leadership quality. We can't pretend or we can't act to be a leader. It has to come within yourself. Now, there is another myth, which is, this may be a person thing, that some people are born as a leader. No, if you ask me, nobody's born as a born leader here. Okay, the leadership quality can be cultivated. It happens with observation and the understanding of what's happening around you, and it's just the common sense if you can put it in use. Now, in simple words, when I say what do you mean by the leadership quality, it is just the way of acting in the right situation. Leader is someone who is able to find solution to any kind of problem which he is put into. Now, that is something very, very important quality of being a leader. Now, imagine nobody here, me and you, like everybody's having that quality. The only thing is, if I know about that particular topic, if you ask me about, or if you are putting into a job which I may be able to get a solution to it faster than others, then obviously I will be selected as a leader. Now, that's the basic thing about a leadership quality. Now, it's all about like the circumstances you have been grown up. For example, if you put somebody in a group, imagine like that's a group which has been newly recruited, okay, for a job. Now, the job might be having a different kind of description of work, the nature of work. Now, it may be different. Now, imagine I am also recruited in that, and if I am able to find a solution to complete that task which is given within the prescribed time, then obviously everybody will be looking at me. Or it's like I just found a solution to the problem. Now, when I'm able to find a solution, obviously everybody will have an impression that I can lead them also in that way. So that is the quality which makes a leader separated from the others. Now, this quality everybody has it. The only problem is that you should be educated to know what way to do and how to do and what could be the problem. Now, for that education is why it is important is only because it helps you to observe the things properly and to conclude the result of the problems. Now, that makes a huge difference. In most of the cases, what we see in our daily life is the fake people, the fake leaders here. Okay, we see the people who pretend to be leaders, who wanted to get into some positions. So for that, they will act like whatever way they can do it. The only problem is that it creates a false impression on the people who are believe those leader type people. Now, when you fake your leadership quality, obviously when a situation comes, a crucial situation when it comes, you will be having a lot of trouble. Now, that's where you make a fool of yourself. Now, that's the ultimate thing which we as the individuals we have to see whether the person is actually having the quality or not, or is just faking. Now, that's where our education matters a lot. I'm always in appreciation of the fact that there are some areas where people only look for the best. Now, they do the test, they find out who has the actual quality, and then they select that people. Now, that's why I like the army and all the civil service examinations, where they refine the people to the most and they select the actual leader who can lead it. Now, that makes a huge difference. Now, the one policy which I like about them is that they say if you find a good individual with a good quality, then only they will take it. They don't want to compromise on the quality. So if they don't find anybody with that quality, they will not be selected. Now, that is the way we also have to make our minds in choosing our right leader. That makes a huge difference. There are many instances in India where I have noticed that even for getting a government job, for the class D grade, I'm not defaming anybody, but I'm just telling about the circumstances here. For a Class D government job, there are people who are postgraduate and graduate people who are standing in queue, they are applying for the post, they are writing the examination, they have a lot of refining process and all, and they ultimately get that job, they will be satisfied, fine. They work hard for that. Then we take about the example of the civil service people who qualify for the civil service examination, got refined, and then they get to IAS and IPS. That also is fine. Then why the leaders are not being defined in such a way? That makes a huge question mark. This is my personal opinion, but if you agree with that, definitely you can comment on it. Just to put a light on one topic, I want to ask you one question. For the youngsters, I'm especially asking, not for the elder ones. How many of you can recollect the Prime Ministers of India? Okay, you know about the current Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. Okay, now before that, Dr. Manmohan Singh. Before that, you might be remembering Jawaharlal Nehru, I got it. But how many of you, in order, can you remember that? Or talk about the presidents? Ramnath Kovind, okay, now you know him. Before that, Pranab Mukherjee, okay. Before that, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, okay. Before that, anybody? Now, why we are not able to recollect the other names, even though they had been the Prime Ministers and the President of India, is only because of the deeds what they did. Is there anything which they have done as a leadership quality which has been highlighted or not? That's where the case of APJ Abdul Kalam stands alone. He stays apart from the rest of the group. Why? Because he has done a lot of. If you Google, definitely the Google is going to show a good, huge amount of data on him. But what about other presidents? Now, how many people try to even Google other presidents or prime ministers? Now, that is something to be worried about. Now, when I'm talking about the leadership, even you may not be remembering about the president or prime minister leave about it. Why you are still remembering about the Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, all these people? Now, they have done something worth to be remembered. When I say worth to be remembered, it means the deeds which have made some impact in the life of the common people or the normal people whom they are following. That makes a huge difference. I would appreciate everybody if you could use your innate power of leadership quality, which everybody has it. If you can use it in the right way and the right time, in the right situations, definitely that is going to pop up. Now that will make a huge difference. And remember one thing, everybody is a leader after your because you learn a lot from that. And to an extent, with the experience and the expertise you get it through the education will make a huge difference. So try to be a good leader for tomorrow. Try to be a good leader for today, and you can always take a reference from the leaders who has lived in the past. So I hope you have liked my videos. Please try to comment and subscribe, and that will keep me moving forward. I hope to see you soon. We'll see you for the next episode.